and my name is Basir, and I am at your service. I see that the chat room is empty once again. So that means that you know everything you need to know about how to handle your pictures, how to color correct them, how to sharpen them. No problem. In the day of the internet where you can just Google it, everybody seems to know a little bit of something. However, a jack of all trades is a master of none. You may be good. You may be skilled. But are you a master at it? Well, maybe you don't want to be a master. Maybe you just want to get by. That's fine. But when you're just getting by, where is the information that you seek coming from? So that's why I'm here. That's why I'm at your service. That's why I try to be on live and try to encourage you to submit your questions. If this is something new to you, I highly recommend that you visit photografix.pro. And I happen to have the website right here, the homepage right here. This is the main site. And you want to join the newsletter right here. Click this little link. This is join the newsletter. And you click that, and it brings you to your email program, to which you will send me an email message, and I will respond automatically and put your name on the email list. So at least once a month you'll get a nice little notice about a show. If you need real-time notifications, the best way is to follow us on Facebook or Twitter. Right now it seems, the Twitter stream is a good place, to catch us with all the little quick updates and crazy little poetry that I like to put out there. I call it the Photoshop Pros. In 15 minutes live, I'll be your Photoshop guy with the purple tie. Oh, yes. O font, where art thou? What is thy name? Try Identifont if you're looking for who to blame. Yes, yes, yes. So, there's all kinds of ways to stay in touch with us. And, of course, anytime that you like, you can call me at 847-673-7043 or toll-free 888-446-2799. They say, Eric, what time are you going to be on again? I don't remember what time, but let me check, and I'll go online, and I'll say this is the time. All right, so we got that out the way, but I cannot emphasize more that you can do it yourself, but you got to do it right. And why not have a teacher? So if you like the show, you find it informative, you should buy my course. You should buy my course. And we have it, we have lots of announcements about it in the player window. You should see a link. If you're viewing right through our website, you'll see something just like this. And here's the player. But right down here from the player, all right, you'll see the link. The Photoshop training you've wanted is here. And I also wanted to tell you that we have a special. If you buy any of the books, any of my books, I have 2 books out, Digital Photo Restoration Book 2 and Digital Photo Restoration Book 1. And if you use the, you click on this also in our website, or you can visit it through just directly do-it-yourself photo retouching and books. And after you go there, you'll see our books load up. You can buy right there. And I want you to use the coupon code so that you can get free ground shipping. Okay, you can get free shipping. And the coupon code is, I've got it right here in my secret note. It's Holiday 305. Holiday 305. HOLIDAY 305. That's the coupon code. And you can get free shipping on my books. There's a new book I'm working on, and it's all about having fun with photo retouching. And that's all I'm going to say about it now. But it's the text is all done. Need to do the graphics and the layout and other things like that. There's also a brand new tutorial that should be going on sale soon. A photo restoration tutorial that I think you'll really like. I haven't done a new one for a couple of years, and this one is pretty nice. So be on the lookout for that. I had a question recently from a student asking about printers. Well, what kind of printer scanner should I get? Excuse me. The question was about scanners, and he had mentioned he had been in one of my workshops, and I was talking about Epson, and I highly recommend Epson. I highly recommend Epson scanners. So what I do is I put right on my site. You go to photografix.pro, and you just go right here to the do-it-yourself, and you then go to, you'll see down here, you'll see tools of the trade, and then you go to software and hardware. And I have recommended software and hardware. And when we get down to the bottom, I have my recommended scanners. So I'll move this window over just a little bit, and we'll jump right to full screen. Put it back. We have the Epson flatbed scanners. So, if you need something that's portable, I recommend the V300. And what's nice about going to my website is you can actually do price comparisons by clicking on it. Now, the V300 is kind of old, and I bet you that they're clearing it out. I don't think it's necessary, but if you really want something portable and something that can handle your prints and some of your negatives, I think it's pretty good. And that price is nice. And they have unfortunately this is only on sale at Epson. Again, I think it's because they're clearing it out. And let's go to some of the specifications. And this is where you can really make a good decision about purchasing. So your optical resolution is the key right here. Optical resolution. See if I can zoom in for you people that are looking on small screens, small windows. So 4800 DPI is for optical resolution is definitely a good, will get you good quality with the Epson Matrix charge coupled device, which you know is really good. That is basically the light and the hardware that they use, from which that light helps scan in your negative or your print. And optical resolution is basically your real resolution. That's not adding or increasing. So if we take our optical resolution of let's say we got 4800, I'll get my calculator. So we say 4800 divided by 4 is 1200. So what that means is that you can scan something, you can scan a print, you can scan a negative at 1200 pixels per inch, which is really, really good. I can't emphasize, that's really pretty good for a 35 millimeter negative. You can get more with a dedicated slide scanner, a bigger one like Nikon, but you know they're not. Doesn't look like they're developing those anymore, and it's going to be really hard to find one. And the price of them is really going up quite high on the secondary markets. So, so we have that 4800 is a great number, like I said. The maximum resolution, I wouldn't let that. I would just ignore that. What really matters is you take the optical resolution. You know, you put it on you plug in your calculator. Optical resolution 4800 divided by 4, because that would be your dimensions, your top, bottom, your left, your right, your square, whatever. 1200. That's the number. That's more than sufficient. When it comes to prints, I tell people 300 ppi is really all you need at 100%. Maybe 600. That's it. Color bit, depth 48-bit, internal, whatever. Grayscale bit. If you're a student of mine, you're not scanning in grayscale anyway, so it's no big deal. 3.2 D max, which from what I understand, that is the level of difference between dark and light, your range that you can get in the shadows, and your range that you can get in the highlights. I'm not sure how to measure that. Maximum scan area is something you need to pay attention to, because 8.5 by 11, well, it's probably actually a little less than that. Maybe 8.25 by 11.5 or 11.4 or something like that. So, and that's pretty typical. Personally, I like, if I could get a scanner, if I had to choose, I would like to get something that's a little taller. Maybe I could get a legal size on there too, for legal documents. If you're scanning documents that you're researching, so you might run into legal sized ones, you know. But again, this is a quick scanner, you know, some nice scanner to carry around with you. And here's real nice. You got a 35 millimeter transparency adapter, and you have a 6 negative and a 4 slide capacity. You can put 4 slides in it. All this other stuff is really not important. These extra features, connectivity, USB. Definitely got to have USB, but that's pretty much all there's out there now. You do have the old SCSI types, but they probably won't work with your system now. But, you know, and you really can't find them either. And they have a nice little photo of it right here, so you can see. Oh my! And then up here in the roof, up in the lid, I believe, yeah, this pops out. This. Let's see if I can zoom in for you. Yeah. Can I zoom in? Not really. Okay, but this spot up here, Where are you? Right here, there's a handle on the right here on the edge. You'll lift that up and pull this up, and then there'll be a little little holder, and you can put in the holder your slides or negatives, and it will scan them in there. Pretty neat and not bad. You know, it's not something I'm hot about, but the technology is really, really, really getting good. Okay, so let's go to, get this window here for you. Let's go to the next one up, which is the V500. Okay, this is a little bigger, a little more expensive, but hey, that's not a bad price at all for the quality that you're going to get, this V500. So, and now because you went through my site, there's a price comparison. So here we can shop around and get the comparison. So I would just click on, let's say, B&H Photos store, and we'll go over it a little bit. So here they give you some specifications, product highlights, and it's tricky because here it says 6400 by 9600 resolution. So we still don't know what the optical is. So that's where you have to dig in a little deeper. Okay? So let's go to specifications here. All right. So our optical resolution is 6400, and I believe we just did that for the other one. And yeah, it's a little bit more than the other one. Okay, so I can go as high as 1600 pixels per inch when I'm scanning a document or negative, which is really nice, especially for a negative that's 35mm size. You really have to crank up the resolution. I mean, you know, if you would compare, we could compare objects here and get an idea. So we have this would be a photo, let's say, and it's quite large. We can get away with 300 pixels per inch. Take a object like this, or oh, even better, an object, a photo that would be this small. You got to crank up the resolution on this one to make sure you get all the detail. So I can go 300 pixels per inch on this. But this, let's say this is a strip, a 35mm strip of film, or a piece of film, or a frame. You're talking, you got to crank it up to 1600. So getting 1600 as opposed to 1200, you're getting 400 more pixels per inch. You're getting more detail. And it's so critical with small negatives. So we'll dig around a little bit more here, and so we'll look at the transparencies. Now, what's nice about this one, the V500, is you can do medium format film too, which is a nice treat if you happen to run across medium format. For those of you who don't know, it's also known as 2 1/4. It's negatives, or it's film that's it's about twice the size of a 35mm frame. A little more than that total area. It's kind of squarish. And you're not going to be able to scan that on that other Epson that I showed you. You know, that's a quick one. But this one will be able to handle it for you. Another nice feature to look out for that I always recommend, let's see if we can get this here. It's called Digital ICE, I-C-E. And this is a great little technology invention with a patent that Kodak, I think, has now or started. I forgot. They bought it. I don't know. Whatever. But it comes in really handy for scanning small images, negatives, your 35mm slides, your 35mm negatives, because it does a really nice job of minimizing the scratches and the dust, the damage that you will see by blowing up these small images. And it does a nice job on the dust. I found it doesn't work too well with black and white negatives that you scan in color. It's kind of tricky. It takes some experimentation. Don't get satisfied. Scanning film is not an easy task. It takes practice, it takes dedication, and you've got to pay attention to detail. You say, oh, I'm going to scan all these negatives. Well, I hope you're examining them after you scan them. And so it has, it looks like it has LED technology, which I believe is different from the other one. No, this one uses, okay. Well, the color might be slightly different too. I don't know. We'd have to look in deeper and maybe even ask them some questions. But either way, I think it'd be a good buy for you, this one. And of course, they have accessories. You want an automated document feeder, you can do that. And then, of course, always read the customer reviews. That's always very helpful. And they don't have too much information here. So what I'll do is, just for you, is I'll go to Epson.com, and you know, while you're shopping around online, you can actually go to the Epson site, compare things, and then you go back to my site where you can do the comparison shopping and find the best deal. So I click. I'm in the USA. So I'm on the Epson site, and I'm in the search box. I'm just going to type in V500. Hopefully they'll give it to me quick. Here's a detailed product review. All right, nice pictures, and they don't tell you too much though about the internal workings. I'd like to see what's under that lid. But this is pretty much, it's similar to the previous one. So here's our specifications. Yeah, and see again, there's our optical resolution that we want. We want to pay attention to. That's the real stuff, baby. That's the real stuff. And it looks like B&H Photo actually is using this exactly word for word. Let's see the transparency adapter. Yeah, 35mm medium format. Okay. And we'll go to Epson Technology, and they tell you ReadyScan LED technology. So this uses less power. Of course, LEDs are much more efficient than any other kind of bulbs. No mercury. So the cold cathode fluorescent are pretty much what most scanners use. But these, they use LED. So that's great. It's better for the environment. And it probably will last longer. In digital ice, of course, which is an excellent technology. So I recommend the V500, no doubt about it. And we shall, as things go on, we shall discuss more hardware, software, especially if you have questions. Definitely want to take those kind of questions from you.
What makes a good scan?
What is a selection?
What are layers?
What is resolution?
What is a JPEG?
What is TIFF?
What is RGB?
How do I crop a picture?
What is a zoom tool?
What is a clone stamp?
What are levels?
My name is Eric Basir, and I have produced this unique photo restoration and retouching foundations video course to answer all these questions and more. In my classes and workshops, I have taught hundreds how to preserve and restore their personal photographic collections with Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Photoshop Elements. Now you can have me as your personal instructor in this 10-lesson course. After studying the videos and easy-to-read workbook, you'll finish with a firm foundation of how to use Adobe Photoshop or any other photo editing program confidently and correctly. When you're shopping for the scanner, one of the most satisfying things for you, especially if it's a used one, will be to find the optical resolution. Optical resolution. Optical is real. Maybe you'll see something called interpolated resolution. That is not real. That is, skip it. You want optical resolution. Divide it by 4. That'll tell you what you can scan them at as. I think that there are couple other issues that we want to deal with, but time is always fleeting. So I would like you, after watching this, to respond with your comments. If you're watching watching us live, or you're watching us on demand, you're watching our channel, you'll see a little ticker line, and it will tell you where to how to contact us with your questions and your problem pictures. Of course, you can always contact me through the website. You know, I did mention scanners, the Nikon scanners, and I always like to talk about that. And let's jump to the screen and see what's still going on at good old Nikon USA.com. Oops, spelled it wrong. Occam. NikonUSA.Occam. No wonder the server cannot be found. So let's see what kind of products we have. We have film scanners. Let's click on that. And product archive. That sounds scary. Let's see, imaging. Wow, it looks like that's it. Wow, right here on the Ask the Retoucher show, we have discovered you're out of luck if you want to scan, if you want a new scanner. Oh, how terrible. I don't know what to say. So I went to my, so when we go to my site and we go to the store, look at that. Yeah, I mean, the 9000 ED is, let's see if we can find it somewhere. It's even hard to find through here. Oh, what a shame. So there's a lot of other manufacturers out there, but I'm not sure if I trust them. And you know, the trend now with scanning is I think it's gonna go outsourced, where pretty much people will be sending their negatives and their film out, because it's going to get harder to find high quality scanners. You know, I have a Nikon CoolScan V, and it's fantastic. I'm disappointed that, you know, it's not being made anymore, because there's still a lot of film out there to be scanned. I still got a lot right down here in my dungeon. So you got to shop around. We offer a family album digitizing service. It's definitely not cheap. But it's not something we really promote very much, but it is available. It is put on the website. So, whatever technology you have on hand to get your prints and negatives scanned in, do it. Don't hesitate. And try to make it a point of doing it on a regular basis, and eventually you'll have your whole archive digitized. And of course, as I always say, do redundant backups and redundant archives. That is, you should be backing up all your information on your hard drive every day. And you should have a little program to do it that will compare files which have been changed, which have not been changed, and will only back up those that have changed. And then, as you remove things from your hard drive, you need to put them on an archive. What's an archive? Very simple. It is permanent media. It is not magnetic media. It would be like a CD or a DVD, -R, maybe a +R. Not a rewritable, not a dual layer. Excuse me. If you buy my book, book 2, I give you a nice little chart to help you get your archive process together, to organize it. That'll be it for tonight. Thanks so much for joining us. God bless, and look forward to seeing your questions, and look forward to your feedback of this program, when you'd like to see it, how often you'd like to see it. If you don't even want to see it, let me know. I'm curious. Take care of yourselves. My name is Basir with Photo Grafix. We're out of here.